Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Savannah Odum, and I'm going to be talking on fashion. And the title of my product is Fashion Revolution. So my essential question is, how does fashion affect the unconscious mind in women? I chose to do it on women because I am one, so it was a lot easier for me to understand. Because if I did men, I would have been in a whole other world and been some kind of lost. So the reasons behind me choosing my essential question, the first reason is I love fashion. It's what I live and breathe for. It's something that I do all the time, and that's why I actually ended up with my product. The other reasons I chose, one of them is time management. Because going into college, you have to have good time management. My own closet. So the product itself costs about $30. It's just the time that you put into it is a lot more than I realized. To make one necklace, it's going to take you 2.5 hours. There was days that I would spend sitting on the floor, start at 9 o'clock in the morning and not get done until 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. And that was a year-long process of making the different outfits and putting them all together. So an example for you these are a pair of jeans that I started out with from Goodwill for $3. And you'll see the aftermath of it on the runway. But basically you cut the clothing to your desired length, so you have to make sure the inseams match up so that they're equal. And then you pick each inseam apart with an inseam picker, and it's basically this teeny tiny little tool, and you pick each little inseam. So that takes forever if you're taking off pockets or anything. And then you design who you are. So I would use scrap fabrics, and it would just kind of flow together. And then you sew or you stitch witch, and for people who don't know what stitch witch is, it's basically a two-sided tape for fabric. And then you either iron on things or you can use a stud gun that you get at Walmart for $10. And you can stud whatever you want. The process for accessories. This one is a little bit more detailed because you have to choose each ribbon and each brooch or each bead, whatever it may be. And then you pick the width of your accessory. You have to make sure that your fabric lines up with that. And then you cut the material you're working with, and then you wrap, glue, or sew. I did more gluing than sewing on the materials because it ended up being a lot easier, and you can use a hot glue gun. So the end product that I chose was my fashion line, Savvy, and then I chose this quote from Yves Saint Laurent, which is really important to me because fashion is a way of life for me. And I think that's something that we take into consideration a lot when we get dressed. It is portraying who you are and what you want to become. So I'm going to give y'all a little.